So this is a Vermeer. From what I was reading online, it's 2004. Has the Quadco head on it. It does tilting, but not a full 180 degree or 90 degree. It just tilts that much from side to side. And this one has had the Ritchie Brothers paint job done to it. So all nice and shiny. A little bit of overspray, but overall they did a pretty good job. I'm kind of surprised that they don't have more of a guard for all of the hoses coming out the back. Just working in the forest, you'd be concerned about those getting hung up on branches and stuff. And who knows, there might have been there one time. Put all new decals in here. It's got a Cummins motor in there. It's a self-leveling one too. I always find the feller bunches, especially the self-leveling ones, fascinating. Just the amount of things they do, the geometry that goes into them. And they're pretty complex machines when you think about it. Having to maintain center of gravity on a hill. Here's a look from the cab. All manual switches. It's nice. None of the touch screen. Not quite sure what that noise is. So to run these things, every switch is here. Your instructions there for all the buttons on the top. So you arm your systems, just make sure hydraulics go live, and just like an excavator, right joystick lifts the whole boom up. You tilt it to the side like this. That is going to tip your head down. Now you can see what does the cutting right there, that giant disc right there. It's got carbide teeth in it. Closes. That opens your jaws. Tilt either side, just a little bit. And that was enough to stall it out for some reason. Give it a little bit more throttle here. So I restarted it, we get this little message there. Arm system failure, left or right joystick, open door and rearm. When you close the door, you have a little electronic connection down there that says, hey, the door is closed. There we go. So, right control right here, press this button, and we're going to tilt. other side, we tilt back over. And it's always hard to show these in a video how much tilt this has, so I'll get out here and show you. I haven't found the spec sheet to tell you exactly what the tilt is from side to side and up and down. So I'll give you kind of an idea. I'm standing on this guard here, and if I stand straight up, and we're tilted pretty good. So that's what it looks like from the outside. So you get some pretty steep terrain with this. So there's our underside. We have a whole bunch of rubber guarding there to keep the branches and stuff off. And just ran with 2 hydraulic cylinders. We have a side to side and a front and back pivot. Back in the cab. Getting in this thing and moving, keeping that door open is so much of a pain I had to pause the video. So, level this thing out. Just take her on back. There's your blade spinning, and that is just spinning because there's, from what I'm guessing, bypassing fluid going past the valve that's causing it to spin, because we haven't even turned the blade on to do that. One of these 2 switches right here. So, disc on. Hear it idling up, disc off, it'll just come down. But I don't think it's a stop rotating, because I think there's just oil getting past that valve and continuously getting into that motor and spinning it. But yeah, these are just really cool machines. Definitely a bit of a ride. I'm going slow as I turn this thing here because, well, anybody could walk up to me while I'm in this thing and I couldn't see them, because you look off to the side where I'm turning, you can't see anything that's going on over there. So I always like to go a little bit slower. It's got some good up and go. I mean, it'll move. That's full extension right there. So that doesn't reach out as far as I thought it would. And there you go, killing the machine again. to open the door to see. This thing's very wobbly. There it is, fully extended. Boom down here. Let's go check the outside of this thing. Open up some cabinets. A little bit of overspray on the motor. There's your boom. This is a big guard right here in front of your radiator. There's your motor compartment. Everything's pretty easy to access. A little bit of hydraulic fluid dripping onto the battery. Your exhaust up top, also your air filter on the very top there too. Back here, that's your hydraulic pump. That's the back side of your boom. A pretty neat machine. I'm assuming that these are owned by the same company, but I don't know why this one got the Ritchie Brothers paint job and this one did not. So they're exact same model and everything. Both 2004s. That's the guard right there. I was trying to figure out why it wasn't connected, but that's the guard for your hydraulics to go down to your motor. You see the hydraulic hoses running down there. Yeah. Same machine. I always like the logging section of these auctions. I've never run any of the harvesters before, but growing up in a logging community, I was always kind of around it. There's a processor. Hydraulics have leaked out on this one, so the bars drop down. The chain on these is actually bigger than what is on your normal chainsaw at home. I'm not sure the exact size, but what metric they use to say what size chain it has, but it's probably about double the size of the one that's on your Still or Husqvarna. I can never get these things to run at these auctions because the computer that's in there is always dead for some reason. That's probably why it's at the auction. And you got the two loaders, timbco and a cat. I was always expecting there to be more forestry equipment at these auctions, but this is essentially it. And this is the big auction place between Seattle and Portland. And this is a massive auction yard, and this is all they have for forestry equipment. Everything else here is construction.